I'm Merrill Vargo from Pivot Learning Partners, and I'm talking about a document that I'm proud to be co-author with my colleague Brentt. It's called Designing, Leading, and Managing the Transition to the Common Core. And it's what we call a strategy guide. And a strategy guide is about school districts making choices, not doing everything they could possibly do about the Common Core, because that's not possible, but instead making a strategic set of decisions about what they are going to do that's going to work in their district, given their teachers, their students, their community, and their goals. So we call that choice-making process strategy. And this guide reflects a research project that we had the opportunity to do with some funding from the Gates Foundation and in partnership with PACE, that allowed us to have in-depth conversations with some pace-setting school districts, some districts that are ahead of the curve in terms of Common Core implementation around the state.
My name is Brentt Brown. I'm the Director of Innovation with Pivot Learning Partners, and I worked with Merrill Vargo on this strategy guidebook, which really provides a human-centered and practical set of choices for districts, and a structured process for district leaders and school leaders to tackle the Common Core. We infuse design thinking, which really focuses districts to really think about who their users are as they're designing the strategies and tactics for implementing the Common Core. And our leadership cycle and design cycle helps them walk through this step-by-step process in terms of addressing some major design challenges. And the 6 main design challenges that we saw after doing our research of early implementers in Common Core was really how to best build the technical capacity to implement Common Core at the instructional level, and really how to focus teachers on using student-centered instructional strategies. Another major technical design challenge was how to address the gaps in your curriculum, and really how to engage and enroll teachers in addressing those gaps in a way that is really student-centered. And lastly, how to use assessments to both promote a new vision for teaching and learning, but also in ways that are going to help you sustain the technical changes that you're doing around curriculum and instruction. But the guidebook doesn't just stop at these technical changes. It also looks at how you're going to manage the rollout of the transition to the Common Core, and what are some of the design choices that you do. And so a real big challenge that districts are struggling with is how to manage the rollout of the transition in a way that reaches every teacher, every classroom, and every student. In a meaningful and in-depth way that models the motto of the Common Core, which is, don't go a mile wide and an inch deep. And to really, how are they going to get the technical work out there? And we provide some design choices and some guiding questions for them to structure the work. We also look at how they're going to manage the change, really how they're going to engage and motivate administrators, teachers, students, and other stakeholders in this process. And what's really different about our approach to change management, I think a lot of people have been talking about how are we going to inform and communicate to our stakeholder groups, which is important, it's a first step. But our model is actually, how are we going to involve them in the design of our strategies and tactics so that they not only, for 2 reasons. One is that they have buy-in and ownership over the change that's happening. That's important. But actually, when you design your strategies and tactics with the people most closest to the kids in the classroom, and you use them in the design, the chances are you're going to have a much better and much more effective tactic and strategy.